Monday, 8:23 a.m. You just lost your job. Rent is due next week. Your fingers are cold not from the weather but from fear. You stare at your screen and it stares back, blank, silent, heavy, just like your heart. You did everything right. You showed up. You tried hard. You gave your all. And still it all came crashing down. You wonder, why now? Why me? What did I do wrong? But what if you're not being punished? What if you're being positioned? Sometimes life doesn't whisper, it shouts. And when you ignore the whispers for too long, the universe rearranges things for you. Not out of cruelty but out of preparation. What if your breakdown is actually the start of your breakthrough? In this video we'll explore why everything seems to fall apart right before everything comes together. You'll understand how disruption isn't chaos, it's alignment. Using insights from Dr. Joe Dispenza and Gregg Braden, we'll go deeper into why discomfort, separation, and waiting are not obstacles, but signals. Signals that something greater is on the way. Let's begin. When life starts falling apart, it's hard not to panic. But sometimes, what feels like destruction is actually divine construction. What looks like a collapse could be the first step toward your greatest elevation. Take Howard Schultz, for example. He grew up in public housing in Brooklyn, raised by a truck driver who struggled to support the family. Howard's early life was defined by hardship, not privilege. Later, when trying to bring his vision of a new kind of coffee house to life, he was rejected 217 times. 217 people said no. But one day someone finally said yes. And that one yes changed everything. When Schultz lost his job, it wasn't a failure. It was a reset. A redirection. And that redirection became Starbucks. Gregg Braden teaches that in nature chaos often comes before order. Storms shake the ground so new roots can take hold. Volcanoes erupt so that new landscapes can form. Likewise, when our lives feel shaken, it's not random. It's realignment. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that the brain craves what is familiar. It resists change because it sees the unknown as unsafe. But your future doesn't live in the familiar. It lives in the unknown. Growth only happens when you're willing to step into what you cannot yet see. And here's the part that most people miss. When relationships fall away, when careers end, when routines stop working, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means life is clearing the space. The universe is removing what can't go with you to the next level. It's like rebuilding a home on cracked foundation. First you have to tear it down. And yes, that part is messy. But you can't build something strong until the ground beneath it is steady. So if it feels like everything is breaking, maybe it is. But not to harm you, to prepare you. Because sometimes the fall is what makes the rise possible. Sometimes the pain of losing something is so sharp, so immediate, that it feels like it'll never make sense. But what if it's not about the loss, and everything about the space that loss creates? Look at Tyler Perry. For years he wrote plays that no one watched. He lived in his car, slept in parking lots, struggled in silence. He poured his heart into scripts, and for a long time nobody showed up. 10 times he tried. 10 times he failed. But he didn't stop. Then came the breakthrough. His 11th show sold out. Word spread. Momentum built. And today he owns one of the biggest film studios in the United States. What changed? The world didn't change. Tyler did. He became someone who could hold the blessing. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains that your brain doesn't just memorize your thoughts. It wires them. And if you keep replaying old emotional stories, your brain will keep producing the same version of your life. But when you prune old thoughts, just like trimming a tree, you make space for new growth. Gregg Braden echoes this idea. Nature eliminates what doesn't serve the system anymore. It's not punishment. It's optimization. So when people walk away, when jobs end, when you feel disconnected, it might not be the world turning against you. It might be your spirit moving you forward. And there are signs. The dreams that wake you in the middle of the night. The numbers that keep repeating. The sudden urge to leave what once felt safe. These are not coincidences. They are invitations. Invitations to step into alignment. Now here's a simple but powerful exercise. Think about 3 things you've lost in the last year. A relationship, a job, an identity. Then ask yourself, what entered your life because of that space? Sometimes you don't need to replace what's been lost. Sometimes you just need to allow the new to find you. Waiting can feel like punishment, like being stuck between what was and what could be. But often the delay isn't denial. It's design. Just ask Vera Wang. She didn't become a fashion icon in her 20s. In fact, she spent years training as a figure skater, dreaming of the Olympics. But when she didn't make the team, her path shifted. She worked as an editor at Vogue for 17 years, always feeling like something was missing. It wasn't until she turned 40 that she designed her first wedding dress, for herself. That moment launched a global brand. She didn't miss her window. Her window hadn't opened yet. Gregg Braden says that timing in the universe is not about the clock. It's about coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, doors open. Not because you force them, but because you're finally in resonance with the life you've been asking for. Dr. Joe Dispenza takes it further. Don't wait for the future. Become it. That means your dream isn't waiting to show up. It's waiting for you to become the person who can live it. Divine timing doesn't just deliver blessings. It transforms you so you can carry them, refines your character, strengthens your patience, expands your faith. So if you're in a season of waiting, don't just wait. Prepare. Shape yourself now to match the life you see in your heart. Here's something you can try. Close your eyes and visualize the version of you who has already received what you're asking for. Now ask yourself, what habits, beliefs, and mindset does that version live by? And how can you start acting like them today? Because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is bridged by who you choose to become. When everything falls apart, it doesn't feel like alignment. It feels like abandonment. But what if the breakdown is actually the first sign that you're being realigned? Maybe the job that ended, the person who left, the path that closed weren't mistakes. Maybe they were messages, markers, signposts leading you to the version of yourself that's ready for more. You are not stuck. You are being softened. You are not forgotten. You are being formed. Every no was protection. Every delay was direction. Every loss was expansion in disguise. Gregg Braden says, when you change your belief, you change your biology. And your life follows. So if you've been in a season of loss or stillness or deep uncertainty, don't shrink back. Lean in. Because the storm wasn't punishment. It was a portal. Will you walk through it? If this message resonated with you, take a moment to subscribe. Click like so this message reaches someone else who needs it. And share your story in the comments. Someone out there is waiting for your words. You're not alone. You're on the edge of everything you've prayed for. Step forward. It's waiting. Wow. You've tapped into the law of attraction. Feel that positive energy? This video found you for a reason. Let's amplify it together. Subscribe to manifest more life-changing content. Like to send positivity back to the universe. Share with someone you care about. You'll both benefit. Comment below with your thoughts or questions. Your engagement grows our community. Next video, I'll reveal a secret to manifest desires faster. Don't miss it. Join our vibrant community of manifestors. Let's co-create an incredible reality together. Your journey to unlimited abundance starts now. I believe in you.